I just have so much to say about this because this is apparently a Mystics owner, and that league success goes beyond Kaylin Clark is straight bananas. So let's actually check it out real quick.
It has taken the WNBA almost 28 years to get to the point where we are now. And this year, something clicked with the WNBA, and it's because of the draft of the players that came in. It's just not Caitlin Clark. It's Reese. We have so much talent out there that has been unrecognized. And I don't think we can just pin it on one player.
And this owner is not an intelligent person in any way, shape, or form. So she's not emotionally intelligent. She's not book smart. She's not. No, I don't even know. So how does this person become? I don't know anything about this person. I don't even know her name. I don't really care. But how did this person become an owner or a multimillionaire or whatever? It's beyond me because she lacks any basic understanding of, I don't know, the world, life in general. This is crazy to me. It's really crazy to me that she's saying this because it's not, again, if you think that success is about talent, you're wrong. You have no idea what you're talking about. You can be talented but unlikable and you will not succeed. It doesn't matter how talented you are. If you can't connect with people at a wide, to a wide and large degree, you're not going to be successful. I mean, you're going to be successful in that you're talented in your craft, and maybe like an AJ Wilson will win MVP, but you're not going to draw masses. Same thing if you look back to all the other players that have come through the NBA who were not able to captivate the entire country. They're talented, but something's missing. Maybe they're likable, but not to the same extent that Caitlin Clark draws people. That likability, the personality, the integrity, the way she handles herself, it's why this level of success exists. That's it. No more, no less. So that's what it is. And not understanding that is insulting to what Caitlin Clark brings to the table because it is about Caitlin Clark. It's not about any of these players. It's not about talent being unrecognized. No, that's not how it works. It does not matter. One of the most talented NBA players in the NBA, NBA players in basketball is Nikola Jokic. And a lot of people just don't watch. He's a likable enough guy, but he doesn't draw. Not in the same way that Michael Jordan did before. So that's who we need to compare Caitlin Clark to. The only player, the only athlete that we can, well, there's more, right? There's Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan, probably the only two that you can kind of compare Caitlin Clark to in levels of, bringing so much attention to a league. But again, you can be extremely talented and not, people just don't care about what you have, what you do because of how you handle yourself, and you're unlikable. There's another great example with this in the music industry, and that is Bad Bunny, right? So Bad Bunny, huge numbers, broken all kinds of records for concerts, broke the Spotify streaming record for an album, all of these things, and people continue to say, well, there's so many people more talented than Bad Bunny, or this is not a talented singer, artist, whatever. And you know what? I tend to agree. Yeah, he's not as talented as so many other people. Um, but is he deserving? Yes, he's deserving. Why? Because he has done something that no other artist can do, and that is establish a connection with fans all over the world. You know, people listen to his music that speak Spanish, that don't speak Spanish, all over the world. And it's because his ability to connect with people at a deeper level. And that is something that people like this owner it's never going to understand. A lot of people, I don't know what's the percentage of humans that understand, are able to truly understand Caitlin Clark's impact and Bad Bunny's impact. And I mean, Caitlin Clark is, when it comes to like basketball talent, she's extremely talented, more talented than I would say than Bad Bunny if you compare Bad Bunny to music. Caitlin Clark is a lot more talented basketball player, but it's not about that. And just because you're talented doesn't mean that you deserve attention. Just because there's a lot of good players in the WNBA does not mean that they deserve attention. Attention is given by the fans that they feel like they have a connection or drawn to or want to watch play. So pinning, saying that, oh, all these other players, why giving the attention to Caitlin Clark? All other players deserve the attention as well. It's wrong.
There has been, this phrase has been couched, hasn't it? The Caitlin Clark effect. Why do you think that has been the case?
Well, I want to be very diplomatic about this.
Don't be diplomatic. Say what the fuck you feel. Why are we hiding? I want to be diplomatic because I don't.
It's just the structure of the way media plays out race. I'm going to be very honest.
Oh, of course. Of course. Yeah, no. It's about race, right? It's about race. So when Michael Jordan was the most freaking famous athlete in the world and it made all this money and got all these ratings and got all this attention, it was because he was black? I'm just so confused. I'm a Hispanic Puerto Rican dude. I don't give a shit if you're black, orange, white, whatever the case may be. If you're fun to watch, you're fun to watch. If you are a person that shares my values in the way that I think Caitlin Clark does, then I'm gonna watch. Right? If I'm inspired by you, I'm going to watch. There's an author by the name, and I think he's like a leadership type dude, Simon Sinek, who came up with the book Start With Why, and he also had a TED Talk that went viral. I don't know, I want to say about 10 years ago, something like that. And it was, the Start With Why thing is that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it, right? Not what you do. It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter how you do it, they buy why you do it. And we can all tell why Caitlin Clark is so, why does she play basketball at this level? Because she's passionate about it, right? Because she wants to lift everyone. She wants to change the world. There's just a difference in the way that she approaches things that other basketball players do not bring to the table. They simply don't. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. What's your purpose? How do you approach the game? You know what I mean? Like, how do you interact with people? How do you handle yourself? How do you address media? How do you address your friends? How do you address your teammates? All of those things matter. And that is why Caitlin Clark is more popular than these other so-called talented players. And saying that this is a race thing is an insult. Because even though Caitlin Clark mentioned the whole privilege thing, there was no privilege to Caitlin Clark's success at all whatsoever. This is all earned. This is all Caitlin Clark for who she is, regardless of her race, regardless of her skin color. What she's about to say is about to be the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life.
I feel really bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented, and they never got.
Are they equally as likable? Are they equally as professionals? Are they equally as passionate? Are they equally as committed, as determined? That's the question, not talented. Talent doesn't get you anywhere.
Got the recognition that they should have, and I think right now it is time for that to happen. So last night we read Time magazine where Caitlin Clark was named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover and said,
because that's dumb as shit, lady.
The WNBA is the league of the year because of all the talent that
hell no. The league of the year? The league of the year. That league is the messiest league in the United States, actually on planet Earth. It's so messy. The refs are terrible. The media that covers it is terrible. The rules are terrible. The schedule was terrible. Everything about that league is an absolute mess. You mean to tell me that you want to recognize the WNBA? That would have been a disaster, such a mistake. Because then they would have gotten to their heads and said, oh, we're doing everything. Look, the league is recognized as being a great. No, that league is trash. And why is it trash? Because of owners like you. That is why the league is trash. Owners like you who empower certain media pundits to talk dumb shit that doesn't make any sense, makes you lose money, and alienates fans. The league is trash, lady.
We have. Because when you just keep singling out one player, it
I just realized I've been blocking her this whole fucking time. Let me show her face.
creates hard feelings. And so now you're starting to hear stories of racism within the WNBA, and I don't want to hear that. We have got to operate and become stronger as a league and respect everybody that's playing and their talents.
You mentioned Time Magazine.
Yes.
And Caitlin Clark has made a point of using that moment to say we need to celebrate the black players in the WNBA and what they have done, and credits them for being so much the foundation of the success of the league. How important is that? If it shouldn't have to be the case.
Yeah, she shouldn't have had to say that, but I applaud her for saying it. We cannot continue to operate because this division of racism is going to tear us apart.
And stop talking about it.
Kathy Engelbert was criticised, wasn't she, for not being firmer in her condemnation of the racist abuse online suffered by the players. What was your reaction to how she dealt with that?
Well, I didn't want to think about it too much, but I think the players were right. She admitted that she made a mistake in the way she phrased it, and I just think she could have been a little bit more diplomatic and understanding of what the landscape of what's happening out there. Because the WNBA is at an inflection point where we're starting to really go up. And I don't want us to lose that momentum. What is happening now is perfect. But as I've also told many, many of our players, I said, this is just the canary in the coal mine. We have got to be careful because we're now entering into a new political climate. We do not want to draw attention to ourselves in a negative way, to have anybody use it as ammunition against us as athletes.
How do you do that? What are your players saying to you?
This is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. It's just so disappointing to see that this is the owner of one of these leagues. I mean, one of these teams. But it doesn't surprise me.
About what they want to see happen.
We all need to sit down, and I think our leadership with our commissioner, she needs to sit down and even bring a psychologist in, I don't know, but talk to the players and how we resolve the issues that we're going through.
Bring a psychologist? I don't know. So you mean to tell me that your team does not employ a psychologist on their staff to deal with the ups and downs of the season, to deal with the different stressors that are bring about social media, to deal with the potential how to approach each game, you know, the playoffs and things like that? Like, what? You don't employ a psychologist.
Because not only what's going through with the WNBA is happening in society as well. We're seeing it more and more. From the Karens that you see on social media, this has got to stop. We need to have a healthier America, and more than anything, I want to have a very healthy league.
Well, lady, I think we'll have a healthy league without you being one of the owners. So I think that's the first step that we take is somebody needs to buy that team from you so that you can go and do whatever it is that you want to do, but you should not be an owner of the WNBA. You make absolutely no sense. your team still does not have a coach and does not have a general manager, and you're over here talking about this dumb shit that doesn't make any sense. Where's your energy in improving your team? And if you don't understand that talent doesn't equal credit, then I don't know what to tell you. You can be talented and unlikable, and you may not go too far. Yeah, you'll get accolades, you'll get MVPs, but one thing you can't buy is the love of the fans. No matter how talented you are, that doesn't come through talent. Again, people don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. And that's where I'm going to leave this video at. Let me know what you think about this whole thing with this owner. I don't know. I know I got a little bit fired up because this type of these things kind of bother me and piss me off a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna go off from time to time when I see dumb shit like this, but I have to call it out. But anyways, if you like the video, if you like kind of the content on this channel, just go ahead and like the video, and if you can subscribe, that'd be great. That'd be cool. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.